I've got to memorize your face, this fleeting happiness, and why can't it last? This fleeting happiness, fleeting happiness. 'Cause you can pay the least, but it won't stop the fall. You can pay the least, but it won't stop the fall. I am holding something in my hand, this fleeting happiness, fleeting happiness. I am holding someone in my hand, this fleeting happiness, fleeting happiness. It's 'cause you can pay the least, but it won't stop the fall. You can pay the least, but it won't stop the fall. Won't forget the way you are now. I'm never gonna get you down, this fleeting happiness. Won't forget the way you are now. You're never gonna catch me down, this fleeting happiness. 'Cause you can pay the least, but it won't stop the fall. Yeah, you can pay the least, but it won't stop the fall.
I just got back from seeing a musical. It was my first touring Broadway musical. It was Once, and it's a fairly new show. This guy, he's a musician, and he's about to give up on his career because nobody loves his music, and he doesn't have a girlfriend anymore. And then he runs into this girl at a music shop, bar, cafe thing. She pushes him to write more music and record music and go to New York. She stays, and she has a kid and a husband who had left her but was coming back for her, I guess. The sweetness of the ending, it brought back the idea that I've been seeing lately, that it can just be a moment. It can just be a moment in time that happened and you experienced with another person. It doesn't have to be anything more, and sometimes it can't be. I mean, it's a bittersweet thing, obviously. In some ways, that might be the best way to experience life. Moments are special, and you have to make them last as long as you can, but once you can't, you can't. I mean, they're over, and you just have to accept that and keep moving forward. It's difficult to see, I guess, where one moment ends and another begins. Sometimes you have to hurt yourself to grow. And I saw this concept on YouTube a few weeks ago. I saw Defense 360 made a video about it. She's a wonderful YouTuber. When I watched that video, I disagreed. I was not fond of the idea, and I thought that it was kind of ridiculous, because if you're going to live your life just thinking, oh, well, that's as far as I could have gotten with that, I should just stop now, you would not get anywhere. But I think on a certain level, you cannot live your life trying to prolong something that should not be prolonged. And that was difficult for me to process. All of the real decision making in the show stemmed from the girl who helped him, who basically made all of his decisions for him, and then made him leave her behind with her daughter and her mother. And so she was the real driving force behind the show. I'm trying to draw a kind of meaning from it specific to my life, and the fact is I can draw several. What do you do when you love somebody and you don't know what to do? You don't really know what's best for either of you. You do not know what anything is going to end up like. Are you going to move on? Are you going to, what are you going to do? And that is what makes up our life. That idea that you make those decisions and you have to live with them and you have to figure it all out on your own. It made me think about relationships more. And I think that I wasn't really in love with it until the ending, but I think that it was a really beautiful show. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.